Welcome back to the Financial Literacy Project presented by the American Bar Association Tort Trial and Insurance Practice Section and Thomson Reuters. This is the sixth segment of Understanding and Managing Debt module. In the prior video, we discussed debt consolidation, including student loans. In this segment, we'll cover bankruptcy, including what bankruptcy is, who can declare bankruptcy, and the different types of bankruptcies that are available. Please read our legal disclaimer in full. In sum, these materials and any forms referenced are intended for educational and informational purposes only. What is bankruptcy? Bankruptcy is a court proceeding in which a judge and court trustee examine the assets and liabilities of an individual whose debts have become so overwhelming they have no means to pay back the debt. The court decides whether to discharge the individual's owed debts. However, if the court believes that a person has enough assets to pay their bills, it can dismiss the bankruptcy case. Who declares bankruptcy? People who have far more debt than money to cover them and don't anticipate that changing anytime soon. Bankruptcy can also be used as a financial planning tool when you have enough money to repay debts, but you need to restructure the payment terms. Are you only making minimum payments on your credit cards or not making payments at all? Are bill collectors contacting you? Are you considering debt consolidation? Are your assets less than the amount of the debt that you owe? If you answered yes to these questions, you might want to consider whether declaring bankruptcy may be an option for you. You must be credit counseling within 180 days before filing a bankruptcy petition. This assures the court that you have exhausted all other possibilities before filing for bankruptcy. If you skip this step, your petition filing will be rejected. What types of bankruptcy are available? More popular ones. Chapter 7. Chapter 7 liquidates your assets to pay off as much of your debt as possible. Cash from your assets is distributed to the creditors like banks and credit card companies. This wipes out many types of debts, including credit card debt, medical bills, personal loans, civil judgments except for fraud, past due bills, and business debts. It offers a quick, fresh start. However, Chapter 7 bankruptcy is not right for everybody. Almost all assets are taken and sold to repay credits. If you own a company, own a house, or any personal assets that you want to keep, Chapter 7 may not be the best option. If you pay child support or have recent tax debt, Chapter 7 bankruptcy will not discharge these debts. Student loan debts are rarely erased in bankruptcy. Record of your bankruptcy will stay on your credit for 10 years, creating difficulty to get credit right away. Chapter 13. If liquidating all of your assets to pay off your debt is not an ideal solution for you, Chapter 13 may be an option. In a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, you are able to pay off your debts over a period of 3 to 5 years. This is an ideal situation for someone who has consistent, predictable annual income. Any debts remaining at the end of this grace period will be discharged. Once a Chapter 13 bankruptcy has been approved by the court, creditors must stop contacting the debtor. The bankrupt individual may then continue working and paying off their debts over the years and still keep their property and possessions. Chapter 11. Chapter 11 bankruptcy is usually just for businesses. Chapter 11 creates a plan for how the business will still run while paying off their debt. What are the consequences of bankruptcy? If you think having your debts discharged or consolidating your debts may be a logical next step in your financial planning, you should speak with a bankruptcy attorney to explore your options. Bankruptcy can be expensive and time-consuming. Both Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 bankruptcies will cost you thousands of dollars in attorney's fees and the filing cost. This could cost a large financial toll on you. You will also need to gather all of your financial documentation to support your bankruptcy petition. The bankruptcy will negatively affect your credit score. Chapter 7 bankruptcy stays on your credit report for 10 years. Chapter 11 bankruptcy stays on your credit report for 7 years. Bankruptcy does not clear all debts. Declaring bankruptcy does not discharge your student loans, child support, alimony, reaffirmed debt, unpaid taxes, or government debts. Alright, that concludes this segment. We hope you now have a general understanding of bankruptcy, including what bankruptcy is, who can declare bankruptcy, and what the different types of bankruptcies that are available. In the next segment, we will cover garnishments, liens, and judgments.